Welcome to this week of Fly Rod Chronicles. I'm up here at Yellow Creek Trout Club visiting my good buddy Steve Renosky. This week it's going to be special. We're with legend, co-inventor of the Banjo Minnow, Joe Renosky. And we're going to his old stomping grounds where he tested the Banjo Minnow. You guys remember those infomercials that lasted a half an hour. We're gonna go see Joe and Steve, and we're gonna catch some panfish, we're gonna catch some bass, and then we're gonna get down and catch some trout. This is gonna be an epic show. Stick around. Look at that.
Trifecta, you betcha.
Traveling the world, fishing, enjoying the great outdoors. Those are things that would have seemed impossible to me when I was a kid growing up in the mountains of West Virginia. I'm a lucky man, and I never want to forget it, and I'm hoping that sharing my experiences with folks will inspire them to do the same. I'm Curtis Fleming, and these are my Fly Rod Chronicles.
All right, so we arrived at headquarters here. This is it. Ground zero for where everything
Indiana,
started, right?
Pennsylvania.
I mean, this is where it started.
Right in that building right there.
Wow.
Well, actually, it started in Homer City way back in the day, but 1985.
They ran me out of there because I had too many trucks going into the garage.
We were hitting telephone wires with tractor trailers, and the resident people were like, no more. So
Wow.
we brought it here in 1985.
So the Banjo Minnow started in what year?
1996 is when we went on air with infomercials.
Yeah.
We probably started the groundwork probably 94, 95.
94 is when we started.
All the field testing started in that 2-year process, and then once we came up with the kit, the color schemes, the sizes, the components, it all came here in Indiana, Pennsylvania, and that's when our world changed overnight.
We had 113 people working 2 shifts.
4 shifts. I know because I was here.
That's right.
You're giving him credit?
Yeah, I'm giving him credit.
You heard that, didn't
One
you?
time today.
I mean, you're going to have
One
that
time right now.
Oh, today.
It's going to develop as the day goes on. Trust.
It's going to get competitive, isn't it?
Always is.
Yeah. So show me what you got here. Show me what you got.
Well, in the early days of my lure company, I made a minnow called a jigging minnow.
Yeah.
Okay?
Keystone jig.
Keystone jig
Since
minnow.
we're in the state of Pennsylvania.
Ah.
The technology today, Curtis, is 50 times better than it was back when we photo printed this. Now it's a whole new technology. Look at that. That's a perch.
That thing looks real.
It does. So it's a real fly.
I mean, you tied that up this morning, right?
I did.
Okay. All right.
And then we made something new just for you.
Oh. You know, I'll probably get crucified out there in the fly fishing community.
I understand.
But, you know, when I started the show, the San Juan worm, the simple chenille was off limits.
Right.
But you know, people out there knew that caught fish and they hit it.
Or they thought outside the box then.
Yes, and then everybody had it. And then they went to the squirmy wormy. Oh, you can't use that.
And the gummy minnow.
Yeah, how many squirmy wormies do you have right now?
I can't count.
Okay, even the competitive guys, they used to hide them up under their hats. Everybody lied, everybody used it. But this is about catching fish, isn't it?
90% of the people want to catch fish. They're not purists.
That's right,
Okay?
And this is about catching fish. Okay, all right.
Attaboy.
There we go.
Sidewinder. Uh-oh.
He's coming up.
I think that might
Oh.
be. Is that bass?
I'm a bass guy, man.
Uh-oh.
I'm a bass guy.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm a bass guy.
That's a good one. Think you can lip that?
Oh yeah. No, I'm a Joe. I'm a Joe fan now.
Oh yeah, good one.
Oh yeah.
Nice job.
This is a good one, buddy. Bassmasters. Somebody gets started somewhere. Tell me about how you got started.
Well, I told you the story about meeting this gentleman on the stream that we now own. He came back from a tour of duty in France, and he was throwing a MEPS. MEPS was big back at the time. That was way back. And I wasn't catching anything. I was dunking worms. And he says, here, fish this. He took pity on me. I was only 10 years old. I caught fish. In fact, I showed you yesterday the rock where I caught my first trout, down on the stream. He says, you can make these things. I says, really? I says, how? He says, a little town east of here. He says, you can get all the parts and put them together. So, guess what? I'm dragging them home to Evansburg. Shove Sporting Goods. I went in there, and the lady was very helpful. My mom come in, and she was explaining to me how you put it together, the clivises, the blades, the beads, and the bodies. And you have the wires, you have to wrap the hooks on them. She bought me $50 worth. I come back home, she bought me a pair of pliers to wrap the wires, and she took them to work. She was working at FMC Corporation at the time. And we started selling them $3 for $1 for me. Then from there, I used to chase the fish trucks when they stocked the trout in Pennsylvania, around this area, and I would sell them to the fishermen. And they were working because basically they were catching fish.
Yeah, I think it's a tiger trout too. Oh! I think I got me a tiger. Steve, oh, Steve, wait till you see this thing. Oh, we got to get a picture of this dude. Look at this guy. Okay.
Yep, that's a tiger.
Tiger trout, baby.
Tiger or brook?
Oh, that's a brook trout.
That's a brook. That's a brook.
That's a big brook.
Perfect.
Woo! Brook trout, baby. Nice.
Kind of almost have a little patriotic, kind of, but not quite. Not quite. But this is a bigger size brook.
That's a nice brook trout.
Nice job, brother.
Nice, nice.
Spots.
Oh my gosh.
Fins, perfect fins.
Beautiful fish. All right, getting back in Yellow Creek from bass to brook trout.
Double B.
Yeah, there you go. Let's get him back in. Beautiful, beautiful. You the man.
You the man.
All right. Joe! Oh, he got a fighter.
Other way. Real the other way. All right, real. Then step with your
That's a milkshake fish there. Hey Joe, he's trying to knock that off. Good fish. So Joe, you grew up in this area?
Yes.
Okay. And you used to fish Yellow Creek as a kid?
Yeah, the dam wasn't even there then.
Okay.
It was called Dead Waters there. There was Little Yellow Creek, and Big Yellow Creek met in a big field up there. It's now underwater. In the beginning, I had no idea I was going to buy it, you understand? But when we started to grow and I needed a place to grow with the business, I approached these people. There was a timber company owned it. And I gave them the rights. If they sell me the property, I would let them cut the first cuttings on the timber until they were done.
And yesterday, as we were going through the property, you were bragging on your son Steve, and you were talking about how he took this club to the next level.
He did.
Yeah.
You know, he did it because he had the internet to work with. And it was noted here, you know, we had a nice trout stream, but people like you came and helped promote it for us. That was the key. It's a great place to fish. And I mean, he has lots of people coming here fishing and they just love it.
Big fish, big fish, big fish, big fish. Big and that's a beast. Joey boy, don't cross me up if he's going to go upstream, please. This is a beast. A beast. Beast, beast, beast. Coming up, coming up, coming up. Big bow. Oh, oh. River runs through it. Curtis, lucky we don't have that fast current like last year when I was saying, don't do that to me. That is a dandy.
I mean, the embarrassment of that thing coming off that close to the net would be horrible right now.
It would be.
Horrible.
But some guys can do it all in one shot.
Look at that guy. That's a father-son photo right there.
And my boy, get your butt down here, please.
That's a good one.
You know, as you can tell here, this wasn't just a rainstorm. I mean, it was a torrential downpour. Joe's no spring chicken. He's over 70, and he doesn't look like it, but I was done. And, you know, I thought us guys from West Virginia, I thought we were tough. But old Joe, he kept saying, one more fish.
If anybody was standing here today and watched that and said they didn't agree with what the Lord is doing, then they weren't watching the same thing I was watching. Simple as that.
Oh yeah, I think a lot of people are in disbelief until they've seen it.
They would just keep throwing it out and reeling it in faster with the chalk and keep throwing it out, throwing it out, throwing it out till the fish hit.
Introducing the Banjo Minnow, the world's first and only genetic response fishing lure.
So, growing up with your dad being in the fishing industry, and, you know, being a kid and, you know, him being an up and coming, you know,
Innovator in the industry. Yeah, in the 80s, I was still in school, so I didn't get to travel as much. And he was on the fishing show, The Fishing Hole with Jerry McKinnis on ESPN.
Right.
So watching all the shows on television with the family was really interesting, and he was starting to grow individually as a lure designer, but also increasing the product line of Renosky lures. When I got out of high school in the college years, then I started doing some traveling with him, both to Walmart and, of course, fishing destinations. So I was behind the scenes, usually with a camera like Christian, doing footage, whether it's strike shots on the surface or underwater, and you know, all the different baits that he's created all those years. I had a camera either on my shoulder or on a stick underwater, and that's how we created the product line over the years. So I'm watching him grow as a business owner in the lure company. I mean, it was snowballing. So I watched everything, and I absorbed everything as a kid because it was just so interesting to see that. And you know, the opportunity for me to come aboard with the lure company after high school and college, it set a business mind in my mind to succeed in life, and watching him do that, you know, he's a great mentor for me.
It has that wild look. This is picturesque. This is a good one. Not big, but just the colors are sensational. Coming up, coming up. Treading water. Got it. Well, I got one in my net. Let's see if we can net them both. Get on the reel, Dad. Keep it up, keep it up. Well, we got one in the net, and I'm going to keep it on. Ooh, nice.
I wish you
keep the
guys
rod
would
to
have
the
given me the
side, Dad.
script.
Keep the rod to the side. Lift.
Triple, triple. We got us a triple going here now.
He goes down, turn the rod back up.
Hey, Steve, after you get done netting that one, come up here and hit net this one.
All right, well, I got one in the net. Dad's got one here on the line. Let it go, let it go, let it go.
I just don't want to play the game mine's bigger.
Well, is a milkshake on the line? Mine might be the smallest of the three right now, but mine's the prettiest. And you're gonna have to keep the rod up, Dad. Watch your fly line so don't go to the rod tip. Keep it on the rod tip. Keep it up. And he's gonna run. He sees the net, he's gonna run again. All right, keep it up, turn it my way. Keep the rod high, turn it. I don't know, my brown's pretty well. Got it. This is big too.
Hey, can I have some help, please?
All right, you're clear. All right, we got two in the net, you got one on the rod.
This is a triple.
Are we on TV? Just asking for a friend.
We are on TV.
Okay.
Hey, Joe.
Keep that rod up, Kurt.
Let's make this guy earn his milkshake.
You said yours is the biggest of all these?
No, I said I'm not playing that game.
Okay.
Yeah, because I got the biggest.
You do have the biggest, but I got
Look at that.
trifecta, you betcha.
Now, are they all rainbows?
No, I got a brown. Big brown coming down. Well, actually, little brown.
You know, now that I look inside the net, mine's bigger.
No, it ain't.
I'm taking the biggest one in there, Joe.
All right, what's the game plan?
No, I mean, think about this. We come out here. I mean, you've been in the industry how long?
67 years.
67 years.
10 years old on this creek. That's where I learned how to fish.
Right here.
And I learned how to fly fish on this creek.
Yeah. Go ahead and take your biggest one there. Show it off. Go ahead and show it off. Look at that fish. Go ahead and release your big fish.
Hold up to me, Dad.
Look at that. Look at that. Huh?
Here, you want to kiss it? You kissed that bass this morning.
I kiss it. There you go.
All right, you want to take care of your little bow?
You know what?
Take that brown.
Now, hold this real quick. I'm gonna go ahead and show mine off real quick. It's our logo. I'm gonna go ahead and release my brown trout real quick. Yeah. Here, you go ahead. Steve, go ahead and get your little one there.
All right, I'll take this minnow.
Yeah. Now watch it. That one's mighty right there.
I know, we got caught up here.
I'll go ahead and release.
All right,
I'll release it for you real quick. But I mean, how cool is it to end on a triple like that? Thank you for having me.
Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Love you, man.
Love you guys. Appreciate you. And come back next week for more Fly Rod Chronicles. We're supposed to do better than we did today.
Yeah.
I can't promise that, can I?